Local author Lamar Giles loves all genres of writing, but he's particularly fond of thrillers. His favorite author, get this, is Stephen King.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and one of his favorite books is the 1986 horror novel It. Now an up-and-coming writer himself, Giles is releasing his first young adult novel called Fake ID. His story is this week's I Am Hampton Roads.
First period jump. My name is Lamar Giles. I'm a writer and I'm the author of Fake ID. It's a young adult mystery coming out from HarperCollins. Well, it's actually out now, and I'm really excited about it. The time I realized that I really wanted to write, I was 11 years old and I'd read It by Stephen King.
Isn't that the scary book?
That book scared me to death. I didn't sleep for about 3 nights. But when I was up those nights, I knew that I wanted to do what he does. I wanted to be able to evoke very pure emotion from using just words. And after that, I just kept going. I started writing for my high school paper. In college, I minored in English, took a lot of writing workshop courses, and at the age of 21, I decided I wanted to be a professional. And I started submitting short stories, didn't always sell them, but some sales came through, had some really good moments over the years, and it all led to this. The first thing I got published that was significant was a short story in an anthology called Dark Dreams, and that was huge because it was the first horror anthology that consisted of all African-American authors. Made a lot of news, particularly in that genre. The first book I published, I self-published a short novel called Live Again. And then I published a collection of short stories called The Shadows Gallery. And that got me on the radar of some agents and some editors, and I think that really helped me sell Fake ID. But I started out writing horror stories. I've written fantasy, science fiction, and my favorite writer, Stephen King, obviously. He really influenced me when I was young. There's a writer named Tanana Reeve Dew, African-American horror writer. She just blew my mind when I was 19 years old. And then her husband, Stephen Barnes, is a science fiction writer. And their work just really inspired me to keep going and let me know that someone like me could break into the industry. I've experimented with a lot of different things, and it depends on the mood. Sometimes I'll do short stories longhand on a legal pad, but mostly I write on my Mac. And the thing about writing, I guess I'm a little bit of an introvert, so there's the solitude of it, but I just love characters, and I love being able to come up with these situations and put them in danger and try to get them out. And I do a lot of that in Fake ID. It's a mystery, the worst class scheduling scenario ever. It's a high school murder mystery. It's about a kid named Nick Pearson whose family's in witness protection. They move to a new town, they're fourth in 4 years, and he makes one friend, and that friend turns up dead. Nick starts to look into the circumstances, and he starts to see there's a very dark conspiracy in the town, and the worst part about it is his father may be involved. So a lot of twists and turns. I think people will be surprised, and it'll keep them flipping the pages to the end. My last school had new bleachers made of tough plastic that deployed with a button push. Ideas can come from anywhere. I mean, it could literally be something that hits me in the shower, an overheard conversation, riding down the interstate and see a weird billboard. I think Neil Gaiman, who's a fantasy writer, said that everybody gets ideas, but writers just train themselves to notice them more. It's still a little surreal. You know, I have a hard time saying I have fans. I mean, I look at it as people who like work, and some of that work happens to be mine. But it's really humbling, and it's really exciting too. I mean, I've worked for this my whole life, so when I see people reading and enjoying, it really makes my day. I just want to say, I think Fake ID is an exciting read, and I hope people give it a try. I think they'll be pleased. I was so happy I didn't see the 4 guys following me into the deserted locker room. And then, I'm not going to give away the ending. I'm Lamar Giles, author of Fake ID, and I am Hampton Roads.
And Lamar is hosting a book signing for Fake ID this Saturday, January 25th from noon to 3 at the Greenbrier branch of Barnes & Noble in Chesapeake. You can visit his website, lamargiles.com. He's also on Twitter and Facebook, and he's already working on his next mystery novel, which is set to be released next year.
Good luck to Lamar.
And he signed the book. I forgot I was going to bring it on set, but thank you, Lamar, for my signed copy.
All right, Fake ID.
Get to reading.
All right.